There's a narrative out that I threatened this girl, which I didn't.
This is actually the craziest internet drama I've seen in quite some time. It's adoption drama, so it's in my corner of the internet, and it comes with an amazing, awful influencer apology video, so let's talk about it. Today's story involves two women who were both adopted from China as children. On the left, we have Zav, who was adopted to Ireland, and on the right, we have Esme, who was adopted to the United Kingdom. A few days ago, I opened my TikTok app, and this is the first thing I see. Zav's face telling her story about how she was adopted from China to Ireland. And as someone who was adopted kind of from Ireland to the United States, I really resonated to the point where I actually followed her, which if you look at my following on TikTok is pretty rare. Zav's video and story were going mega viral on TikTok. Everyone seemed to be resonating with this story and posting support for her in the comments. Her video had millions of views. A few days later, I open up my TikTok app again. And what do you know? The first video I see on my phone again is a video from Zav. Let's watch.
I've reached out to Esme to apologize to her personally, but I owe you guys a big apology too. What I did was wrong and I'm sorry. I've done some reflection and I'm deeply sorry for using some of someone else's words in a video to tell my story.
I'm watching this video. I don't know who Esme is. I don't know what she's talking about using someone else's words to tell my story, but are you telling me that video that you posted that went mega viral that got you thousands of followers was plagiarized?
I'm really sorry. It was wrong and I did not mean it in a malicious way. I'm really sorry for the hurt and upset that I have caused. All of the experiences I've spoken about were true. I did not steal her experiences, but I did take some of her words, and for that I am wrong and I will do better in future.
What are we talking about here? I didn't have malicious intent. I just used someone else's words to tell my story. What? Why does that make any sense? Okay, we gotta hear from Esme on this one.
I was adopted during China's one-child policy and recently published an article in The Times sharing my lived experiences. Yesterday, this content creator shared a story about her adoption journey, except she was using the words from my article.
I was one of the millions of Chinese babies that were abandoned during the one-child policy. The one-child policy was introduced in 1979 by China's Communist Party to curb population growth and boost the economy.
She really just ripped off this entire article, taking Esme's story and turning it into her own.
I commented on her TikTok, I commented on her Instagram, and then her husband has messaged me.
Yes, you heard that right. The husband gets involved, and these messages are truly insane. I know it can be hard to see others with like stories have better social performance, and ultimately, I'm very sorry you were not the only Asian in the world who was adopted in that time frame. Do me a favor and stay away from my wife's account with negativity. You can check all her past videos. I love going back and forth with nasty people in her comments. I've always got the time. We've already seen Zav's apology video where she really doesn't take accountability. Her husband's also issued a non-apology video. I just want to end the video by saying go follow Esme and read her article. She deserves it.